And once that's ready, here's how you actually get those people to come to your profile. So you're going to take all those like weird, interesting lessons that you've learned, and you're going to assemble them in a way that like really resonates with business owners. So for example, let's say you were working at a marketing agency and there was like one aspect of the job that you hated. It was so inefficient. People were butting heads. It didn't make any sense. And you thought, there's got to be a better way. So maybe you tell the story a little bit. I mean, you've got experience writing copy. Like, obviously, every good story starts poorly, right? So, like, you start in the worst part and then you resolve it. So, if you talk about that, and maybe there was an issue in the way that they were writing or the way that they were acquiring customers or in the way that they were treating people or whatever, and then you talk about a resolution you had to that problem, a legit business owner has those same problems most likely. So when they see your post, if they're in the, the market you're looking for, they're probably going to either like it or comment on it. So when they like it or comment on it, you can assume that they read it. So at which point, what we're going to do, like obviously if they comment, they have a very specific thing they commented and you can reply to them and just kind of like get to know them per se. But regardless of whether they like or comment, I want you to message every single person who engages with that. Now, this is not messaging them and being like, hey, how's your day going? And you pull out your little sales script and you follow a line. Like, don't do that. But what you do is you just look at their profile for literally 30 seconds and find something that they do. And let's say Jim likes your post and you look at Jim's profile. He kind of looks like a business owner. And you're like, you send him a message, hey, Jim, saw you liked my recent post about, whatever your post is about. Thanks so much for reading it. I appreciate it. That's it. And then odds are, some people aren't going to reply. If they don't reply, that's okay. Because a lot of times they don't reply because they're busy. It's not because they think you're like bothering them or whatever. So they will see that. And a kind person is going to be like, oh, hey, it was a really good post. I had that issue too when I worked here. Or like, thanks, it was really insightful. And then what you can do from that point is be like, hey, I see you work at like this business. And then you kind of like create sort of like a custom like idea for them that's based around the problem they have. So, and obviously your posts are going to be about different things. So like if you had a problem in this marketing agency, that's one thing. But if you like had an experience where they were writing copy really poorly and you found a better way, that's, even more specific. So if you see in their profile that they own a business and they liked your post about improving copy for a business, you can assume that there's some level of interest there. So what you can do is look at their profile, find their site or whatever, and you can simply write like a sample email for them or like come up with an idea or make a Loom video of their website or something, and suggest to them what they can be doing better. If you can't find a site or anything like that after they reply to you, you can just like if they're after they say like, hey, thanks, I enjoyed reading it, you can just be like, do you own a business? Or like I think I might have seen your ads before, like I think I might have been to your site before, like what's your website? Just like relate to them somehow so you can get their website and then just look at their website and see if there's anything you can do to help them. At which point, you download the little Loom, like extension and you make a little screen share and you say like, hey, like I'm reading this, here's something that you could be doing better. Or like, I wrote this piece of copy for you, test it and let me know how it does. Something like that, where you're giving them just value up front and you're not like hard pitching them, you're just giving them value. So a lot of people appreciate that and you create a lot of opportunities for yourself. Even if they don't reply, or even if, like people are liking or commenting on your posts that are like other freelancers, messaging them, like you never know what can come out of that. I've had times where I messaged people like 6 months ago, and then later they're like, oh, hey, I've been seeing your posts, maybe like once a month. And I was thinking of somebody who could write like emails for one of my, fitness clients that I run ads for. And I thought of you because I saw your post that one time. So I'm going to connect you with my client. Like that stuff happens. And even if you don't see it right away, like the more people see your face in a group, the better off you're going to be. So if you think about it, the internet like shows you how true this is.